Alright, another little snafu there. I started recording, I thought, but I wasn't recording. So now I'm recording anyway. Basically, I have my entire face done. I'm going to go back in with the Natasha Denona Mini Retro palette, since my last video was a little bit of a disservice to it, since I filmed a whole look and then you didn't get to see me actually apply it because the file was corrupted. So now I'm going to apply it again, a completely different look, totally different look, but I'm going to apply the shadows again for you. And hopefully keep the video shorter, since this is now a just an eye makeup look instead of a full face look. So what I did, I already started. I'm going in with the matte peachy shade on my Koyudo GSN 7, which is a really big brush. And this is going to be the only matte shade that I'm using on my top lid, because I don't want to use green in this look, at least not on the top lid. So we're just going for a nice, soft, like everyday type of look. Sorry if you can't see, if I'm blocking the view. Pretty simple, really. Actually, this is going to be a majorly simple look. I'm just tapping now any creasing that I have left over from when I applied the ABH primer. And my eye teared a little bit, so it is actually, I'm having a little bit of a hard time blending there just because it got wet. But that's not the shadow's fault, that's my dry eye fault. I have dry eye syndrome, which I'm sure some of you have. And it sounds weird, but when you have dry eye, it actually means that your eyes water kind of a lot, and you can't control it when it starts. And it's a pain. But anyway, so I'm just using this matte shade. I don't know if I caught saying it while because I thought I was filming and I wasn't, but I'm just using this matte shade on top because I don't want to use green on top in today's look. I want to keep this look really soft and gentle up top. So we're just going in with this shade, and it's a really nice shade. It's a little bit darker than my skin, a little bit peachier than my skin. It's a nice shade. I like it. And the brush, of course, it's a Koyudo, so it's a really nice brush. It's a big brush, but I don't let the size of a brush scare me. I've had hiccups every video that I've done. But anyway, I have use for every single eye brush that I have ever encountered. And if I can't figure out a use initially, I will take the time to figure out how I like to use it, because every Japanese brush that I have encountered is special enough that it deserves to be used, and it deserves the time to figure out how best to use it. That's just my thoughts on that. So this is I believe this is a squirrel hair brush. So it's pretty soft, but it's also pretty dense. So it's packing on the color pretty well. So, alright, so the next step, I'm pretty happy with how that's turning out right now. I have like a full bronzer, full blush, full everything, and you still can't see it. Still working out the lighting. I do think that this is better than how it, what did I drop? Better than how it was with my my brown background, because that was making everything look super dark, but now I think everything is looking super light, which is the opposite problem. So I'm going to have to find a solution to this because this is going to drive me insane. All right, so brown is a no. Black is a no. What can I do? I guess gray, but that's kind of boring. I'm going in with my eyeshadow glitter glue now. As per usual, I used a little too much, but it's okay. I don't mind going up pretty high with, especially with Natasha shadows, because hers are like really special. They give like a nice wet look to the eyelid, especially her like what does she call it? Her chroma crystal formula, which I'm going to use at the inner portion of my eye. But for most of my lid, I'm using this shade, again with my finger. I really do use my finger most of the time for shimmer shades. Like, I would say 90% of the time. A good 90%. And I'm going to use that on most of the lid. And then just right on the inner portion, that really light shade, that chroma crystal shade. So you're probably thinking this is a pretty boring look so far, but I have a feeling I can turn that around for you. I do. I hope. I hope. So now we're going to go back in again, just with that matte shade right on the outer portion, just to blend right there. Not that it makes that much of a difference. They're essentially the same color, just one is a shimmer and one is a matte. At least that's how they appear on me. So, now the same thing on the other side. This is my NYX glitter glue. I have the Too Faced one too, and honestly, like, I will use them interchangeably. They really do the same thing. I haven't noticed one being better than the other, to be quite honest. They really seem to work the exact same. So I say save your money and just get the NYX one. But it's all up to you. So I do apologize if I'm not as talkative on this one. I kind of feel that my technique that I'm using today is pretty straightforward and easy, and you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I don't know, there's just not that much room for me to say that much right now. Gosh, that's such a pretty color, isn't it? It is harder to do this on this eye. Just because I'm right-handed and that's my left eye. Okay, and then back again with the matte shade on the outer portion. Just deepen that up. Do some blending. some blending here too. Okay, and now here is where we might change things up a little bit. Oh, I did want to blend more on the bottom. This is kind of big for the bottom, but it's a light shade, so I think I can get away with it. And I do like a smoked out lid, so that doesn't bother me. And then I'm not going to go that low with the deeper green shade, so that will be okay. Hopefully. You know, you never really know how your makeup is going to come out until you're finished, right? So, all right, so I'm just going to take that empty brush. There's nothing on it. I'm just going to blend this edge right here. I'm using a light hand, just blending it. This isn't as good as the Koyudo brush that I have that I do this with. This is a Sephora brush, which is, yeah, I don't really love it, but this is all I use it for. I don't ever use it to apply eyeshadow, but I will use it as like a final blend brush. It's a natural hair brush. Who the hell knows what kind of natural hair it is, because it's Sephora, and I don't think they even like list what kind of hair they use when they use hair. But oh, and my hair's like this because I kind of like to do like a final reveal of the whole look when everything's all done, and then bring it down and you see everything like all put together and everything's nice, hopefully. So that's just me being dramatic, I guess. I keep hitting the tripod, so that's why it keeps moving. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a smaller brush. Let's see. I don't know if I really want to use that dense of a brush, but we'll go ahead in with a dense. No, we won't go in with a very dense brush. I'm going to go in with the Sonia G Worker 3. It is flat, still kind of thicker, but not as thick as that Koyudo brush. And now I'm going in with the matte green shade from the palette, tapping it off. And I am just going to go on the bottom lid. Now there's a reason that I decided not to use a dense brush, because I'm going to do something else with a dense brush. So I'm using a less dense brush for this portion. I swear, when I'm just like sitting here doing my makeup and not talking, I feel like I am giving you the most boring content like ever, and I feel terrible. Eventually I'm gonna learn how to like fill up the silence with interesting banter, but I'm not quite there yet, I think. I know. Okay, so that looks kind of strange, but I'm hoping that the how I end up finishing the look will fix everything up. Now I'm using the shimmer green shade, and that's why I decided to go in with a denser brush, and this is the Sonia G Pencil Pro. This one is denser. Maybe I might I might have wished that I used the smudger. God, the smudger brushes are amazing. I don't know if I've given them the love they deserve on my videos yet, but man, those smudger brushes, I swear, they're like applying your eyeshadow like a magic marker. It goes on that easy. I might want to do that just to show you. Let me see. Smudger, 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 smudger. There we go. Alright, the smudger 2. It's, where's the camera? Okay, so it's like pretty thin and wide. You could use this as like a shadow brush. I use the tip to apply like a marker. That's how I use it. I don't know if you even see that. Let me come closer. Okay. All right. So from here, what I'm going to do is take a liner on the top. It's going to be a green liner. And of course, it's going to be an Urban Decay liner. Let's see. I used Mildew last time, so I think I'm going to use Stash this time. They're pretty similar stashes, just a little bit less saturated than Mildew. Like a little bit more on like the gray side. Like if you were to compare the two, maybe. Or more on the khaki side. I don't know. Let me actually look at Mildew. Okay, so that one is Stash and that one is Mildew. I think I'm going with Stash, like my original thought. I probably should sharpen it, which of course I don't have my sharpener out here, which means I could use, like Bonnie, I could use a brush. I should use a brush. Alright, so this is just a synthetic brush. It's not really a liner brush, it's like a short shadow brush. Literally called the Luxie Short Shader, so that's what that is. And I'm just lining the top. I want more impact, and I don't have like the right brush for it, which is why I don't do what Bond does, because I spend all my brushes getting the crazy, you know, blenders and shit that I want. I don't like pay too much attention to liner brushes. Liner is like her favorite thing. Eyeshadow is my favorite thing. So we differ a little bit there. Well, actually, lips are her favorite thing. I don't know, can you see how much my eye is watering right now? And now, you can't see the saturation that is there. Gosh, I just can't win. Like, first you could see way too much color. It was like way oversaturated and you weren't seeing the colors at all. And now everything is way too highlighted and you're not seeing the colors in a totally different way. Oh, technology. Okay, so that's basically it. Now I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes and throw some mascara on, and then I'll fix my hair and you'll see the final look. I might do a few little additions. Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir. Oh, okay. You see how I messed all that up? So, in order to fix that, you basically have to wait until it dries. Don't try to take it off. Don't try to take your smudged eye mascara off until it's dry. I'm sure a lot of you know that, but when it's dry, you can get it off without making it worse. But if you try to take it off when it's wet, you're gonna make a whole big mess that you don't want to do. Oh, you know what I could have done? Just to make this a little bit more interesting, I could have thrown some mildew right in the waterline. Which I would normally do this before mascara, but hey, what are we gonna do? That sounds terrible, throw mildew in the waterline. Okay. I already curled that one. Yeah, this eye is still watering. Okay, but that is just basically a super simple look with the Natasha Denona Mini Retro palette, and it's done. It's done. So now what I'm going to do is take my hair down, fluff it about, and you'll see the final reveal of my makeup look here. Hopefully with my hair down, my the colors will look more true to life. Here's hoping. Probably not, but we shall see. I'm gonna zip that because everything has been falling out. I use the Esom brush book, which is a lifesaver. This thing is amazing. It holds, I basically use it to hold all of my eye brushes, which is a lot. I have a lot of eye brushes, but on this side, I have to clean it, but on this side I use like tools, concealers, mascaras, primers, that sort of thing. If I were to travel, there's enough room for me to take any makeup that I want to travel with, in addition to the brushes that I want to travel with. So this thing is fantastic. And then on the back, there's like a hand holder. I'm telling you, it's a mess. I really do have to clean it. But this was probably my favorite purchase of 2019. Like, hands down. If you can get your hands on one of these Esom brush books, it's sold at Muse Beauty Pro. It's not like an affiliate code or anything. They do send me stuff on occasion. It's been a while, but they do send me stuff on occasion. This was not something they sent me. I bought this, and I love it. And it truly is like one of my best purchases ever. Like, I know I love makeup, and I purchase makeup a lot, and I get sent makeup a lot, but this tool is so good. So good. It's wonderful. I know that there's other brands that make them, but just the way that this is constructed, it has like it's a nice, like, hard-ish case, but still like foamy. But like it keeps its shape, and then the whole thing zips, and your plastic side zips completely away from your brushes. So it's pretty amazing. You can put so many brushes in there. You can put face brushes in there. You can put eye pencils in there. You can put anything in there. It's a fantastic product, and I highly recommend it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my hair down and see what happens. I didn't fully dry my hair today, so it might not look as nice as it usually does. But I wanted to give Natasha like a proper video. This is me scrunching out the crunch. I usually do this with some sort of product, like a spray, but I don't have one in here with me, so I'm just using my hands, and I'm gonna tousle my hair a little bit, the roots. And then yeah, that did absolutely nothing for the color. But it's just a simple look. It's a simple look like that you could wear every day. I wouldn't say, as far as, like, I really do like this palette. I like it a lot. But I wouldn't say it's her most versatile of her mini palettes. That, to me, would still probably go to either the Mini Glam or the Mini Nude. But this one is still really pretty. There's just, I could think of maybe one more look to do with this, but I mean, it's a 5-pan palette. Like, how many looks are you gonna get out of it, really? So, but yeah, oh, let me also flip the orientation and see what happens there, because last time that did something, so let's do that again. All right, am I flipping the right way? Yeah. Now I think this will flip the right way. Okay, come closer, look down. So it's a pretty look. It's a simple look. A little understated, but there's nothing really wrong with that. And that's it. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to get this uploaded. We're at 31 minutes and 50 seconds, so I made my goal, kind of. And I will see you at the next video. Go ahead and do your thing, like, subscribe if you feel like it, and you know, catch me on Instagram at @ailaroundbeauty, and I guess that's it for now. All right, I'm going to sign off, so bye.